Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with the hosts Ell and Lisaboo. Welcome guys. So yeah, we are back and we are back with a vengeance. So yeah, after it took I made the executive decision due to certain things which I won't discuss here. Took a week off from doing stuff from you on here and on the radio show. So yeah, and don't little bit of a uh, announcement. I will rearrange the interviews that was scheduled last week for with Evelyn and Andrea. So don't worry, you haven't missed the interviews. Just go, because I took a week off for personal reasons. I will rearrange for another day, the days for to do the interviews with everyone and Andre. So yeah, and a little bit of a grift. If you hit the subscribe, spank the like, it does help the channel, and comment down below as well after the stream, and yeah, and share it out as much as possible on your socials. Yeah. So Lisa, what
Yes,
have you been up to in the last week or so?
reading.
Any, any reading?
Yeah, and of course other stuff. Life demands, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Adulting is hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just hate it when life gets in the way of things. But hey ho.
And I got
Hey,
my coconut water.
oh god.
I actually got more. They
Cool,
had more,
cool,
so I got more.
cool.
Sebastian, if you're out there, I got more coconut water.
Oh god. Yeah.
And
Uh,
no, it's
yeah.
not spiked. No, it's not spiked.
Yeah. Cool.
That
Cool.
you know of.
Oh god. We're starting already with the weekend.
Yeah, had to do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
our
Right.
thing. It's our
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So let's get diving into this. We're going to be doing I'm going to be doing a live review of three bands. A band that Lisa Boo sent over, a band called Failure by Proxy. And their song, let me just get the title up. Um, hang on. Smile Now, Cry Later. Then I'm going to be doing a review of a band called Shumaun and their song Invincible. Now, Lisa, have you listened to Schumann and Unleashed earlier on, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
not only will you get my review on the Schumann and Unleashed, we also, if Lisa wants to jump in at any time about with the two songs, Schumann and Unleashed, get her thoughts on the two songs as well. So yeah, and then we'll sort of like delve into like later on we'll be delving into like some literature with Lisa Boo, with Lisa Boo, what she's been reading.
Yep.
And then sort of like go on from there. So yeah, the first. Yeah, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So yeah, Right. Right. The first we're going to be doing and their song, Smile. Hey, Bastion.
Hi, Bastion.
So the first song is by, like on the screen now, is Theory by Proxy with Smile Now, Cry Later. Now, when I first listened to this song earlier on, I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Uh, and I sort of like, when I listened to it again, I was like, okay, I like this one. I like this band because it's got some really interesting guitars on this, which I like, really like.
Yeah.
The drums are really cool on this. Same with the bass as well. And to me, the vocals are probably on point for me. It's sort of like it's a good blend of everything on what the band achieved on the song. So yeah, I really like the band. Really like the band. So
Hmm.
Lisa, have you got any more
Yeah,
information
yeah,
on the band?
they're from Northern California.
Really by proxy?
Yeah, they're from Northern California. And like you said, they have really strong guitar, drums, vocals. They're a really strong band. So yeah, I really enjoyed them. Oh, sorry guys, I think we have a bit of a lag.
Yeah. So check. I have put the link to the song down in the description. So if you want to check them out later on, it's a bit there. I put the link to the YouTube link in there for the song down below. So yeah, the next band is Shumaun. Um, now, yeah, sorry about this, guys. So
My kitty's here. He
bear with
might jump
us.
up on you.
Right. Yeah, the next band, Shumaun. Oh, hang
Come
on.
on.
Bear with us. There we
Sorry,
go.
my kitty
There
might
we
jump
go.
up on me. So
Yeah, the
come
next
on,
band.
come on,
Get the right one up.
come on. Good
Uh,
boy.
uh,
This is Piper.
is the
This is Piper.
Invincible.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I love this.
He's getting
And
right up there. Sorry
kitty,
guys.
kitty. Hello, kitty.
I know. I know. He's getting right up here. Oh my goodness.
Kitty. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty.
Yeah. This is Piper. This is the guy that's just about 18 years old. He's just about 18. Yeah. He's my baby. My big boy.
Hello, kitty.
He's just hanging out. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh. I think he hears you. He's looking like, where is that coming from? Yeah. He's my big boy. If you could, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's purring. Yeah. Wonder if they'll lay down on me. Yeah, Piper. The Pied Piper. Yeah. He'll just hang out here if you yeah, just carry on now. He'll probably just hang out here for a bit.
Yeah, we've got to have like show the kitty off.
Yeah. You gonna get down? You gonna get down? There you go. Yeah, you can lay there, buddy. Yeah, I love him. Now I'm covered in fur, but that's okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the second right. Right. Yeah. Right, the second band, Shumaun, and their song Invincible. I love this song. I've like so I've got this on my personal playlist, and yeah, absolutely love this. Absolutely love this song, especially the intro of this. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing, and I love everything about this track. Yeah, from the drums to the guitars to the bass to the vocals, they are absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And what makes it better for me anyway, for me personally, is the female backing vocals on this. As they sort of sprinkled the female backing vocals throughout the song, and I would highly recommend that you go actually listen to the song of this. And like I said, I'll put the link down below to the actual track from their YouTube page. So yeah, brilliant band. Lisa, and your thoughts?
Piper's trying to get back up on me. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, he went down. Okay. I think it's a really well-made song. I think Thomas Lang was the drummer, right? In this one, Thomas Lang. I think so. Um, really strong drums, really strong vocals. Uh, there was some really cool guitar licks in this one as well, so I really liked that. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, yeah, it was the drum playthrough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I really like that. I love seeing when they play, like to actually see the drummer drumming. Like just love to see that, right? And you can see the energy
I
and
don't have
like he was
a picture for the next band on this, so I will turn that off. So go back to the normal thing. Right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, yeah. It was a really good band. Really good band. And when I saw that, when I was watching getting all the links for the band, for the YouTube page and for the Invincible thing, I saw the drum playthrough. I was this guy is properly good.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's like actually good to actually see the drummer doing the drums and actually doing the playthrough whilst doing the song.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And you can see the energy,
So
right? You can see him doing it, and you can see the energy, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was good. Like I said, the link is down. The link not only to Shumaun's YouTube page, but to the actual video as well down below, so you can actually watch it for yourself. And like with all these bands, let us know in the comments down below after the stream. Let us know what you thought of the bands that we do that we review here. Because it's just like let us know whether you like them or you don't like them.
Yeah.
But keep it respectful. Yeah, so we can have like a respectful discussion of all these bands. So yeah, so the next band is that we're going to be doing a review for, like the song anyway, is a band called Unleashed. Now, let me bear with us for a second here. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have a picture of Unleashed, so that's why I went back to this. So, Unleashed and their song Demoneater. Now, I like this one because it's like really fast paced. It's got brilliant drums, brilliant bass, and both of them really drive the song along to they really drive it along. Um, and also, what I really like about it is the guitars are intense on it, and also the vocals are brilliantly gruff, and it sort of like works for the track. If you know what I mean, works for the subject matter of the song.
Yeah.
So it's really good. So Lisa, what did you think of Unleashed?
I really like them. Um, like you said, the vocals were really strong and deep. He had a really deep voice, so it really went well. Like you said, with the subject matter of the song, with like the drums, with the pace of the guitars, and again, they had some really cool guitar licks in this song, and it really seemed to like meld together nicely with the vocals and the melody and everything that went with the song. So yeah, and that came out in 2002, right? That song?
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
July 13th, 2002.
yeah,
So I'm gonna have to check out some of their other songs, and
yeah, yeah,
so yeah.
yeah. It's like yeah, yeah. They've got a few songs on the page. So yeah, check them out, guys. They are absolutely brilliant. This is another one that's actually on my personal playlist. I'm listening to it every time I listen to a bit of music in my downtime. Unleashed is one of the songs I do listen to on a regular basis because it's that good. If it's not good, I don't listen to it. Well, in my mind anyway. If I don't sort of thing. So yeah,
Yeah. Why would you have it on your playlist if you don't care for it, right?
yeah, yeah,
So to know that that's on your playlist, it tells us that it's a good song,
oh yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's for me anyway.
Yeah.
When I listen to any type of music, I give every bit of music a chance to at least grab my interest. If it doesn't grab my interest, I don't want to know, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said, I try. So so basically, if doesn't matter if it's doesn't matter if it's like sort of like rock or metal or sort of like blues or whatever it is, whatever genre of
Yeah.
music it is. If it
Yeah.
doesn't grab my interest, I don't want to know. Basically, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's got to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. A bit like a book,
Yeah.
bit like a movie, bit like a TV series, whatever it is. You've got to have it's got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's got to be written well. It's got to be like for music wise anyway. It's got to be played. It's got to have like well produced, well played, well like decent musicians behind them. Whatever it is, it's got to be good. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter for me anyway. It's like I said, it's got to be written well, it's got to be performed well, and it's got to have like a good middle, beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And especially those songs that have like a catch, have a I don't know. There's just something about certain songs that get you. You know, like they kind of reel you
oh
in,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yes. Yeah, if you look at some of the music that I've listened to, it's just like thinking, oh right, okay, you listen to that. It's just yeah, it's good to me. It's good, if you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
it's yeah, yeah, it's got to be good.
Yeah. And no moonshine, Bastion. No moonshine. I know moonshine.
I was just about to bring that up.
I saw it.
Yeah, question. What type of lady do you think Lisaboo is? She's a sweet, innocent little girl.
That listens to heavy metal and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I have it, but not moonshine.
Yeah. So, so Lisaboo, now you've been reading Raymond Feist. It's sort of like a bit of a series that we've been doing
Yeah.
on here. Getting because I've recommended Raymond Feist to Lisaboo, and she said, "Oh, right, I'll go check it out." And she started off with um, the magician apprentice, and magician um, oh,
Master.
master. That's it. That's the thing there. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've got both books in one.
Yeah.
Because I've
Yeah.
got like the thing. So yeah, and then she read it, and then she liked it, and she carried on, didn't you?
Yes. Yes. I had to because it hooked me. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
For people who just started to watch the streams. Now, don't give any spoilers away.
Yeah.
Now, you read the first, you read the first trilogy
Yes.
of the Rift War saga, which is
Yeah.
like Magician, Silverthorn, and Darkness of
Darkness.
Sethinon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on those three books?
Whew, it'll take you on a wild ride. It takes you to another world, because in the book, like, I'm not going to give away any spoilers or anything for people that want to read the books, right? It takes you to another world, basically this world called Calawan, right? Calawan.
Yeah.
And it takes you into a different culture, and it's like learning about another culture, where they come through basically a portal, a rift into this other world, where basically it's mid-Chemia,
Yeah.
where it's almost like Earth, like it'd be like an Earth type planet. I would imagine that's what I'm kind of figuring, and it takes you through basically all of these different, basically a war between the two worlds. And I'm not going to give away anything else. But yeah, it's a lot of ups and downs. If you like Lord of the Rings, you'll love Raymond E. Feist, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it basically follows a, well, a 15-year-old boy and it's his journey,
Yeah.
shall we say?
Yeah.
And the and this is not a spoil because the family runs throughout the main family anyway runs throughout quite throughout all the books, shall we say? They're called the Condon, who are the kings of the Kingdom of the Isles. So it follows the boy Pug and through his journey, and because he's just like an orphan boy at the Castle Crady,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like it starts, which is not spoilers, but sort of like starts off with Pug, and it continues, and his discovery not only about himself but other things as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because if you were to look at the book and look at the back of the book, it like basically that's what it would tell you. It wouldn't give you any of the spoilers or anything. Um, yeah. So that's a basic rundown of how it starts.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we're going to give you. So yeah,
Yeah. You'll have
if
to
you want
read
to
the book.
read, you've got to read the books, and like Lisa Boo said there, if you love Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, Feist takes that idea, runs with it, and literally expands on it in a massive galaxy size, uh, sort of like expands on it galaxy wise. It's
Yeah.
sort of like
Yeah. Because
it's
it's
massive.
like, yeah, because it's two worlds basically colliding, right? Two
Yeah,
worlds, two different cultures, two different people.
literally. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally two worlds
But,
colliding.
yeah. So
So yeah,
so if you're looking
so
for a good book,
yeah,
then start there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you went on to the. It started off with like a magician, which takes a look on the leukemia side of things, their perspective.
Yeah.
Now you started on the Kellawin side of things, from the Empire of Surrey. Uh, what you've started with the book Daughter.
Yes.
So if I don't
Daughter,
give any sort, yeah,
Daughter of the Empire. Yeah.
yeah. So without any spoilers, what you finished it, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm on.
Yeah,
Let's see here. I'm getting there on the second one.
yeah. So don't. So you've read the daughter. You've read Daughter of the Empire. Yeah. What
Yeah.
was your initial thought about that book?
Um, when I first started reading it, right away it tells you um, about the basically it's like I wouldn't call her a heroine, but she was the main character of this part of the trilogy. I don't even know what to call it. Would it be? It's not really a trilogy. It's the sequel, right? I'm doing the sequel to From the
Yeah,
World on the Other Side of the Rift War. That's what they call it. From the World on the
yeah,
Other Side of the Rift War. So
yeah,
Mara is the main character when you start into that part of the books. And she is, I'm not going to give away anything, but she's a young girl um, that is thrust into having to make some serious decisions and um, basically she's, I don't want to call her a heroine because she's not really a heroine, but um, she's a strong female character. Let's put it that way. Even though
yeah.
she's young, and she had to grow up really fast. Let's put it that way.
Uh, but I believe she was 17
17.
when she took over
Yeah.
the family. Shall we say, she was thrust into being the head of the family. Shall we
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say.
And
I'm not going to say how she came to becoming the head of the family. You've got to, like I said, you've got to read Magician to understand that side of where Mara picks up the story,
yeah.
that type of thing in the
Yeah.
daughter of the thing.
Because basically, when I said about the two worlds colliding, the first books were about the one world, and then the other books are about that other world. So you need to read like both parts of it to kind of understand where the cultures, the understanding of the cultures, right?
Yeah,
And this, because I'm on to Servant of the Empire. I don't know if you can see that or not.
yeah.
Servant of the Empire. I'm onto this one. Um, it. Oh my goodness, words fail me because there's so much. There's so much in each book, and this is a hefty one. Like this is almost 17, almost 17, 700 pages of just riveting roller coaster.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
and
yes.
I'm probably almost halfway.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah. This. I'm not going to give too much away here.
yeah,
Um, if my memory serves me correctly, there are certain aspects from Magician is going to like get from Hook's point of view. I'm not going to say what, but there's also it's from the Mora's point of view as well
yeah,
because they do. They sort of like do, like I said, they cross each other's paths a few times, shall we
yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah.
That's all I'm
And
saying.
and I I kind of saw it already in this book, where Pug and Pug basically is in this Sarani world. This is before, like, yeah. I already saw him kind of coming in
Yeah.
to that part
Yeah.
in these books. So
Like I said, I'm trying not to give too much away here, but all I'm saying is Pug and Mara are sort of like their paths cross several times. Across not only in their magician, but also in the Empire books, the Empire trilogy,
yeah,
and a few of the books that are down the line, which I'm not going to. I'm not going to sort of like spoil for anybody, but you've got to read them to
yeah.
understand. Ah, right, okay, because yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I know you don't want to ruin it for me or anybody else that wants to read
Yeah.
them.
But a massive, massive disclaimer. Bear with me. Massive disclaimer, and this will mature content, mature content. Fewer discussion is advised here. And YouTube, being careful here, being really, really careful here. So I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying. So be careful with the Empire books.
yeah,
There is certain topics that is discussed in these three books that might trigger certain people. So be very, very careful when you read books, guys, because
yeah,
it deals with certain topics that might trigger some people.
yeah,
So mature content is advised here.
yeah,
Mature people, so diffuse discussion, be advised. So yeah,
yeah. And
be
also,
advised.
yeah, also on that vein, if you find that it's a bit too much for you, you can kind of skip over a little bit of it. If it's too much for you, you can go ahead, and it doesn't disrupt your enjoyment of the book. It just some things can be a little bit difficult to handle, especially if you've gone through some of the stuff that's in the book. And like Elle said, it's mature content only. It's these books are not for kids. They're not for. You can just skip ahead if some of the things are a little bit disturbing for you. You can skip ahead. Um, I being honest, there were a few things in there that I kind of I had to put it down for a while because like Al said, it is disturbing. But coming back to it in a different frame of mind, you know you can get through it. But if not, you can skip ahead. Just just so you know, it won't
Yeah,
ruin the story for
yeah,
you if you skip ahead. And there's no shame in doing that because some of the stuff
yeah,
can be difficult for people. So, and I totally understand. So just yeah, from my point of view, that I had to like kind of give it a little break and then come back to it because it was a little disturbing. So yeah, but
yeah. Yeah, to me, it was. To me, there's certain parts of those of the Empire books were sort of like disturbing but it was part of the storyline. It's a part
Yeah.
of sort of like Mara's journey.
Yeah.
She became, shall we say, I'm not going to give him too much away, but she became stronger. She
Yeah.
became more determined. She became
Yeah.
more resilient.
Hmm. Yeah. And that,
So,
to me, Elle, that's a survivor story in itself. Even though it's a fictional character, it's a
yeah,
strong survivor story, and it does add to um, to the story, and it shows you what she went through, how she survived, basically, right? So,
yeah,
so yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's yeah. It was. It is that on that side of things where what she went through. It was very emotional, and the way that where the way Feist and Words actually wrote it, it was very. I wouldn't say that they sort of like dealt with it very well, if you know what I mean. How they actually wrote it out and how they actually portrayed it was
yeah,
it was well done, shall we say.
yeah. It wasn't.
They actually
No,
yeah
sorry. I was just gonna say it wasn't gratuitous. It wasn't like grotesque. It wasn't like it. It was more. Um, the words weren't vivid, but in a way, it let your imagination go where it needed to go. Um, but it wasn't gratuitous. It wasn't like it. The words weren't graphic. You know, um,
yeah
it,
yeah
it lets you know what happened, but it wasn't like some books are really graphic
yeah
when they talk about certain things, and this book, um, it was written in a way that it was more tolerable. Um, um, I'm not going to get into it, but
yeah
it was more tolerable. Let's put it that way. Yeah,
yeah
yeah,
yeah. It's yeah. I've read I've read other books from other authors, and sometimes they just go all in. If you know what I mean, they
yeah,
just literally just do it for the just for the sake of it.
yeah, yeah,
But for me, Feist and Words, sort of like the character Mara, they did. I wouldn't say a sympathetic job of sympathetic writing about it, and like I said, they weren't overly grotesque about it. Obviously, they wrote about what happened,
yeah,
but the like I said, they wrote that part, those parts of the stories out, story out, where this what happened, and sort of like, and then it sort of like moves on, and it lets you, like I said, it lets your imagination do the rest if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
But in a more sympathetic way,
yeah,
if you know what I mean.
yeah,
So so that say, right, okay. When you move on to the next part of the story, you would say, right, okay, that's why she made that decision. Oh,
yeah,
that's why she went down that road. Oh, that's why she's been uh, uh, tough on this person, but lenient on this person
yeah, yeah,
because
and
of
you,
what she's experienced herself.
yeah, yeah, and you can really see how those experiences changed her, right? And in anybody's life, your experiences mold you, change you into who you are, right? why when people say, "Oh, if you could go back, you wouldn't be the same person if you changed the things that you've gone through in your life, right? They've made you into that person
Yeah.
that you are.
Yeah. True.
So um, it makes you realize how strong of a character that she is. Let's put it that way. And he really wrote this
Yeah.
to show that strength of character and that honor that is so prevalent in this empire, this part of this world that she's in, right? Everything's honor. It's very honor based, a
Yeah.
lot like Japanese culture. I find it really close. Um, I can almost see the correlations between that and the Japanese culture,
Yeah.
right? With the honor system and
Yeah.
how we wrote it, it was very similar. So I, it's
Yeah.
fascinating to me to see how he wrote it. And
Yeah. It's like when I was like describing the sort of like the books to you and to like other people.
yeah,
It's sort of like there's so many different cultures from around the world, and he
yeah,
actually put it into the series, whether it
yes,
be Viking, whether it be Japanese, Chinese. There was because there is especially on the world of Kelloway, there's
yeah,
sort of like very similar cultures from like the Chinese from the first emperor of Qin all the
yeah,
way up to like through like up until around about the 19th century.
yeah,
So you're talking around about at least 2.5, 3,000 years of Chinese history there.
yeah,
Plus, then you got like the because it was China and Japanese were sort of like very similar, very
yes,
warlord sort of like clan system
yes, yes, yeah,
on a based system type of thing.
yeah, yeah. There was a lot of that almost um, with the Chinese culture and the Japanese culture. He used the cultures that we know to base these different cultures, right? And
Yeah,
it's actually quite fascinating to see how he wrote them in. He wrote them into these different characters, and it's quite fascinating to see because
yeah,
I love learning about different cultures and customs and traditions, and I love learning about all that stuff. So it was quite interesting how he wrote it, and he wrote it with what Danny Wirtz, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he wrote the Empire books with
yeah.
Danny Wirtz. So
It's with Johnny Feist is American, and Johnny Wirtz is from the Netherlands.
yeah,
So there's sort of like from what I understand of it, Johnny sort of like approached or somebody approached they approached somewhere down the line. Sort of like sort of like somebody approached somebody and it made it happen type of
yeah,
thing
yeah,
because they were sort of like the people were sort of like wanting to know. Yeah, we had the leukemia side of things,
yeah.
but they wanted the other side of things. How
Hmm.
did, why, how, why, when, how, whatever. How they actually,
Yeah,
I mean, they wanted to
yeah,
get both sides of the story, both
yeah,
sides of why did this happen, how did this happen, why did this happen, what made the Suri um, uh, sort of like
excuse me, I
bless
just
you,
sneezed.
bless you. So you know what I mean? It's like people wanted to know on either side, if you know what I mean. They wanted to know what wanted to know things, if you know what I mean. They wanted to know what the so yeah.
What made them? Yeah,
So
what made them who they
yeah,
were? Because when
yeah,
you first start reading the first books, right, and then all of a sudden here's these different people coming in, and they're so different, and you don't know what they're all about. And then the Empire books, you can see what they're all about, what
yeah,
how they became honor driven and who they are. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. This is sort of like not exactly a spoiler. It's not exactly a spoiler as such. What you do learn that they do have a shared history. They do have a shared history,
yeah,
um, which I'm not going to say what, but there is a shared history from way back when
yeah,
in the dawn of time, with like in the books. So that's not exactly a spoiler. It is a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler, if you know what I mean. But they do find out certain things
yeah,
about the shared history.
yeah, yeah. And that can be for any culture. Like you find out that certain people were in certain parts of the world before they we even knew that they were in that part of the world, and they have that common link, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's
yeah,
like it's a bit like this world.
yeah.
All humans on this planet is linked together.
Hmm.
Whether like or not, we are everybody's linked together.
Yeah. Well, that
We do a common history
yeah,
with each other.
yeah. And that's why I look at it like we're all part of everybody. Like we all started somewhere. We were all, basically started with certain people, and it all went from there. So we have a common ancestry, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
think that's the point. What with their Feist and words and the three, four of the writers that he's worked with on the series,
yeah,
that they wanted to bring in that the common history of uh, like different planets and different things and different. There's always a common uh, thread going through the
yeah,
storyline
yeah,
that
yeah. Common link.
everybody's connected to everybody
Yeah, yeah,
commonly.
yeah,
So
yeah. I find it
yeah, it's like
fascinating. It's
so.
fascinating.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's oh god, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's like in within the getting back to different cultures. That's within the series of books.
Yeah,
There's like obviously the Chinese, the Japanese, there's the Far East. Then you've got sort of like the Middle East, connections.
yeah.
Sort of like
Aboriginal.
then you've got
Yeah,
yeah. Then you've got sort of like the Vikings, you've got the nomads, um, you've got
almost
sort of
gypsies.
like the West. Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got um, then you've got sort of like then you sort of like got delving into the sort of like mythical creatures,
hmm,
such as dwarfs. such as like the elves, the trolls, the goblins. You've got giants there. You got um, now. Right,
Dragons.
hang on. You got the dragons. You got the dragons there, the wyverns, the fire drakes. You got like all those all those other sort of like mythic creatures.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to mention anything about the next three books, the next 6 books, because basically, no, that is massive, massive, uh, massive sort of like plot spoiler
Yeah.
from like the Prince of Blood to King's Buccaneer to the Serpent War saga. It's a massive, massive plot, which I'm not going to put a point out yet just yet.
Yeah. And you told me that it
Because
was.
it is a massive. That's when it starts to get.
Yeah. And you told me that it was basically like 20 years after the rift was
Yeah.
closed, right? That's when the Prince of the Blood
Yeah.
comes in,
Yeah.
and it's like basically like 20 years after that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's basically 20 years after Darkness is setting on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally 20 years after Darkness is setting on, because there is obviously everything's moved on. Everything's sort of like a bit peachy,
Yeah.
but things are starting to stir again, if you know what I mean. Things are
Yeah.
starting to happen. I'm not going to say what, but things are starting to
Yeah.
come about, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which I won't, like I said, I won't mention. But it all starts off actually between
You're
between
trying hard. I can see
um,
you trying hard not to tell me.
yeah, yeah, in between the Empire books finish and the Prince of Blood. You've got the Condor books.
Yeah.
You got which is the Condor books is basically set. Technically, the Condor books never existed. It was a computer game first. Then the computer game, it became somewhat popular on the PC, and the sort of like Feist and his publisher said, "Oh, right, okay, write 3 books. Can you
Yeah.
write 3 books from the?" Because he wrote the basic storyline for the computer game, and he says, "Expand on it." So he did, and it sort of like tells the story of like three tales of which are all linked together, and it's sort of like from that they sort of like they sort of like he sort of like how can I put this without giving too much away. There are certain events from those from the Crondor books which get interwoven to later down in the line.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's because yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just yeah. It's sort of like it's good. Put it that way. Put it that way. It's the good. And well, put this way. you're gonna love them. But like I said, I'm not gonna give too much away. But you're
Yeah.
gonna well put this way at the end of well put this at the end of the oh no I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because that is a massive plot point there, which I'm not gonna say which I'm not gonna say there because basically at the end of the day it's gonna yeah
Okay.
yeah with the Civil War saga, like again with the Empire books, certain things you've got to watch out for. So when you do get to the Civil War saga, be very careful. Be very careful with that. So there's certain things you just if you get triggered, skip over and move on. But it's sort of like you can sort of like catch up and say, right, okay, that's what happened, and then you say, you don't have to read it, if you know what I mean. They
Yeah.
can say, so, yeah. Then you sort of like, bear for 1 second. Just got to make sure I get the right info here. So bear with us
Okay.
for 1 second. So can you take over there, Lisa?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about the Empire books,
Okay.
if you want.
Okay. So while Elle is away, just want to say like, share, subscribe, comment. For anybody that's rewatching, please leave a comment. Tell us how you like the bands that we talked about, or if you're going to start reading the books. Yeah. So I think Elle's gone to find us the books.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are you up to now? What are your thoughts on Mistress?
Um. Well, I
Servant, sorry.
Servant. Yeah. I'm on. I'm reading The Servant of the Empire now because I just finished
Yeah.
Daughter of the Empire. I'm probably about, let's see here, how many pages in I am. 225 pages in out of a 700-page book. It's basically, it's giving more of Mara's story. It's another roller coaster, which I like about these books. Yeah, they take you to different places and stuff, and basically it's carrying on with her story. Basically, she's having, because there's different, almost like clan structure in her part of Kalawan. There's different in the I can never say it right. Surinani culture.
Suwani, yeah, that's
Surani.
the people, and Kelvin is the planet.
Yeah, but there's basically different clans, and certain clans, like there's a top, I think they said top 5, like the top 5 clans in their system. They basically, other than the emperor, because it goes emperor and then it goes to the clans, right? And the top 5 families of these clans basically rule the area. And she's basically fighting with different clans. One major one. So yeah, that's basically what this book that I'm reading about now.
It's with like the planet is called Kellawin. That's where they live, and there's a massive empire called the Empire of Suri or Wani. Everybody call them Surimi for short. And then, like you said, you've got the Emperor at the top. He's just like sort of like spiritual leader as such in thing. Then you got like then you got the all the clans, and there's like 5 main clans, 5 families that basically dominate the empire. Then from there, the rest of the families sort of like align themselves with one of the major families, and then sort of like alliances change over time, type of thing, and then sort of like so then it's sort of like that's when the war. That's with try not give too much away here. Sort of like the 5, like then you've got like the governmental side of things where all the heads of the family will go to into the capital to sort of like discuss, obviously, like governments do. But there's also on one side you've got like sort of like the war leader,
basically a warlord.
It's warlord type of thing, and then sort of like he will turn whoever it is, sort of like say, "All right, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is the thing. We need X amount of soldiers. We're going to sort of like quell any sort of like uprising or any sort of like threat to the borders and stuff like that. He'll do that. But in this is sort of like basic plot of how Magician started. Something kicked off. Magicians said through the history, we need to sort this out. We need to do this. We need to do that. The warrior says, right, okay." That's how it started with like the Rift War. They saw potential threat, and they sort of like sent a few scouts out, found leukemia, saw that basically metal was just lying about on leukemia, strewn about like what we've got here on Earth. Metal strewn left all about, you see, because Kellawins have put a metal power planet.
Well, that's where the big strife came
like
from.
a little bit here.
Yeah.
So thinking, oh, money. We can actually get.
Yeah.
So, but there was underlying. There was just an underlying thing there with like, oh, we'll start this war type of thing. But there was an underlying thing to that.
Yeah.
But that Feist explains it better what I can within the book, so you got to read that.
Yeah.
So with Mara, because she became the head of of her family,
Yeah.
she had literally she was down to think what out of a 10,000 strong army, uh, she was down 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most of them were like all just about to retire or severely injured.
Yeah.
So she literally had to literally it was literally a fight for survival
Yeah.
on many different fronts on so many different levels. She had to literally fight for survival,
Yeah.
and that's what like the daughter
Yeah.
of the Empire started out at. She started out with thrust into like the head of the family,
Yeah.
trying to rebuild her position, making fairly tough decisions for a 17-year-old girl
Yeah.
who basically was going to become a priestess,
Yeah. But
being ripped out from
basically,
that
yeah.
thing and then thrust into the head of the family.
Yeah. Yeah. She was going to be a
So
daughter of Lashima. And then all of a sudden she became the lady of the Akoma. She went from one thing to another. All of a sudden, just a snap. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the basic premise for the Empire books. Is basically following Mara on her journey from being ripped um, from being a priestess, being the daughter of Fushima, to becoming lady of the Akoma, which is her family,
Yeah.
which is her family, or clan, I should say, family clan type of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
then her struggles, and basically her struggles. So, and in places, it's properly full on brutal. And what she had to put up with, what she had to go through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, it's well put this way. This is one of the reasons why I love Remy Feist. Excuse me. He's one hell of a writer. He sort of like yeah, he's one hell of a writer. So I've got my book list of books here. So if you wanted to get the books in the right order, right, you want Magician,
Mm-hmm.
Silver One, your Darkness of Sethanon,
Come
then you need to get.
on. Come on. Come on.
Is it time for another kitty brick?
Yes. Can you hear me say? Hi. It's the little one. It's the little one. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on. Oh, I got you. I got you. Hi, Bucky. You gotta be famous. Famous. I know you want my AirPods, don't you? Yeah, I know you want them. Hi. 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 Hello, baby. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Cute kitty break. Cute kitty. I can hear him.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear him. Hallelujah. Cute kitty. Kitty cat. Yeah.
Are you gonna stay here? Or are you gonna go? Are you gonna stay here?
Yeah.
Stay here? He took out my ear from out, so I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. I, yeah. I was just saying cute kitty. And we could hear him as well.
Oh, could you hear?
Hallelujah.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Jakey. I tried
Yeah.
to do the.
We've had that. Yeah. We've had because of the subject matter in the Empire books. I thought, yeah, have a little bit of a cute kitty time.
Yeah, he's only 8 months old. 8 months old. Let's see here. He was probably about 4 or 5 weeks when he came here at the end of July. So probably close to 8 months, somewhere around there. Can't count right now.
Yeah,
He's just a baby. He's
cute
not even a year
kitty.
old. Yeah. Yeah. He was. I'm glad you heard him purring. He was
Yeah,
purring. Yeah.
yeah.
He's a little
Right,
sweetie.
he is. He is. Right, so for anybody who's interested, these are the books that are in order of. Yeah, there are certain books written in at certain periods of time in thing, but the slot into different parts of their thing. So you've got obviously you've got magician, Silverthorn, and your darkness and Sethanon, which is the three main books to kick it all off, which is this Rift War saga. Then you've got the Empire books, which are let me see, you've got Daughter of the Empire, Servant of the Empire, and something, which are connected to, which starts just in where magician is about halfway through magician. That's where certain there's a certain battle in the magician where the daughter picks up from. Uh, Lisa, you know which, excuse me, which part of that book is, which part of the magician is where Doctor picks up from, which I won't mention because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
So then you've got um, three books here. One with William R. Fortune with Honoured Enemy. You've got Murder in Lamont with Bill Rosenberg. And then with Steve Sterling, Jimmy the Hand, which links in with like with the the Empire books and the Rift War saga. Then you're going to be needing to read the Krondor books, which is the Betrayal, the Assassins, and Tear of the Gods, which is between when the Empire books finish and the Prince of the Blood. That's in between those three books there. Those Empire and the Prince of the Blood. Then you got obviously the Prince of the Blood, the King's Buccaneer. Then you got the Serpent War saga, which is like a 4-book series called Shadow of the Dark Queen, Rise of a Merchant Prince, Rage of a Demon King, and Shards of a Broken Crown. And another disclaimer here, like I said before, the Serpent War saga is brutal, and I mean on so many levels. There's certain things in the Serpent War saga. Please, if you get triggered by certain things, please skip over those because it is sort of like it's not pleasant. Put it out there. It's literally not pleasant to read. Even I had trouble sort of like reading it, if you know what I mean. So please be aware. Please be aware. Um, it is literally, keep saying, mature content. Uh, Readers is please be aware. Please be aware. This is not. These books are definitely not for younger readers. Definitely not for younger readers.
Yeah, 18 and over.
So
Well,
like I said, be aware.
maybe 16 and over.
Yeah, please be aware. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got Jimmy and the Crawler. Now, Jimmy and the Crawler is sort of like linked to the Krondor books. I won't give it away any sort of like any plot points, but there are certain characters from the Krondor books who never really got explained, shall we say,
Yeah.
on who they were. And it was like Jimmy and the Crawler explains some of that. I haven't read it myself yet. I've been trying to get a hold of a copy of it so I can actually read it. That's the only book I haven't read by
Jimmy.
Christ.
So Jimmy and the
yeah,
Jimmy and the Crawler. So I'll see if I can
Yeah.
find one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then you've got the next three books are Talon of the Silverhawk, King of Foxes, Exile's Return. Right. These three books sort of like, shall we say, I wouldn't say they are sort of filler, sort of like filler, like a sort of like a filler books, but they serve a purpose. They sort of bring in new characters, new taking the storyline a bit further on to the next level
Yeah.
type of thing. But it's sort of like starting with a new sort of like cycle, if you know what I mean, in the Rift War. Well, it is a cycle because it's a Rift War cycle.
Yeah.
They do have like certain things in the certain. Like I said, you've got the Rift War saga, you've got the Empire saga, you've got the Certain War saga, and this is like sort of these three books are sort of like start of a new cycle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
New, sort of like a new saga,
Yeah.
right?
And
Now,
when you first start reading, it's kind of
yeah,
hard to understand what that means and stuff. But when you see the books, they will tell you which books belong to which saga or part of
yeah,
the cycle. So
yeah. Now, the next three books. Now, Lisa, I know Lisa has come across the next well, I'll tell you the books first. Flight of the Nighthawks, Into a Dark Realm, and Wrath of a Mad God. Now, Lisa, I know Lisa sort of like touched upon the Nighthawks
hmm
in I think it's the Magician. I think it's the Magician.
it
Sort of like touched. I
it touched
I think
it. Yeah, the it depends on which. If you got the two books like I did, um, it starts with the magician apprentice and then in the magician master. It touches more in
yeah,
the magician master,
I think
and on
yeah,
to Silverhawk or Silverthorn. Um, yeah, that
Silverthorn. Yeah,
that it talks about the
yeah,
Nighthawks and them quite a bit.
yeah, yeah. I won't. Well, we won't give too much away, but the only thing I will say is the Nighthawks are assassins. That's the only thing I will say, and I won't give any points away. But like I said, if you want to read them, read the, like I said, start from the beginning and then work your way through to understand everything. If you know, if you really want to watch these and read these, so those three books. So you've got like start off with like Talon of the Silver Hawk, and sort of like goes sort of like explains and sort of like comes the storyline sort of like goes forward and so we're getting more information, getting some more some things that come together, which from the other books that I've read out, certain characters come to the fore
Yeah.
in sort of like the Talon of the Silver Hawk, and but they sort of like lead into the flight of the Nighthawks into the Dark Realm and Wrath of the Mad God. So it sort of like comes to you thinking, oh, that's just a throwaway character. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not a throwaway character, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Every character, he
So
puts every character in there
that's
for
all
a
I'm saying
reason.
on that.
Yeah. 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 He
Oh
puts
yes. Oh
every
yes.
character is in there for a
You
reason,
think
and you'll see. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing with Feist. You think, well, uh, that character's not much good. It's just throw a character. Oh no, oh no, that character is there for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might not hear from that character for about what 4 or 5 books, but they're there. They're there in the background working
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, it's which yeah, it's uh, uh, like the Night Hawks Dark Realm and Mad God. You get to know a a lot more about the history. You'll get to know more about the history of not only leukemia, but the universe itself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then you got, let me see, you got Ride of a Dread Legion and At the Gate of Darkness. Those are two absolutely brilliant books. Two absolutely brilliant books. So yeah, it brings even more characters into it. So yeah, right, I'm no, right, no, right, yeah. I'm not going to say it out, but I'm just trying to work out the characters there. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm
See,
just trying to work out which character which. Yeah,
I started writing down all the names and stuff because that way I can keep them. I can keep
yeah,
them
that's the thing.
separated.
Because after yeah, if you're new
Yeah.
to if you're new to the series, highly recommend do what Lisa's doing. Write characters, write the characters down, and then you can actually say, oh, right, okay, right, notes. Right, okay, that character there relates to that character there. That character there relates to that plot point there, or that
Yeah.
plot point there. That correlates to this character over here, type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Especially
I've read this series. Yeah. What?
when you
What?
start going from magician um, to Silverthorn and stuff because there's more characters start coming in and it can get very confusing because some characters their names are a little close and and you want to keep them you want to just have a little description of who they are beside their name that way you can keep them
Oh yeah.
so you know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what one good thing about the Silvermore saga. They've got a sort of like little index at the front, sort of like appendices.
Yeah.
We've got like the character's name and a brief
Oh.
description. Might be like about four or five different words, like
Okay.
4 or 5 word sentence to say Algarena, the Elf Queen, married to Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bit of
Yep.
a plot point there, bit of a plot point there.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, he's got the two. He's got two son, mother of Kaelin and Callus. So yeah, that's the great that's the thing, like the certain war saga. It's got like a little bit of appendices at the beginning to say which character's which.
Yeah. I
So
think that would be more
yeah,
in the hardcover. It would be more in the hardcover. They don't
it's in
really
the
have
pep.
one. Yeah, in the paperback, they don't have that. So just so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, as like I said, there are certain characters you think, oh, throwaway character. Be very, very careful. You might bring it back, bring those certain characters back, or give them a mention in later books. So you got to like be if you don't just throw away a character or a minor little plot point or whatever it is, because later down the line that plot point or that character will come up at some point or
Yeah.
have some sort of like reference. So, like I said, if you're new to the books, make sure you write them down, or write the plot point down, or say, that might be interesting, or this character might be sort of like thing. So, if you are going to like start reading from like Lisa did from the what would call magician, but it's a part book, Apprentice and Master.
Yeah.
Make sure we do what Lisa's doing, write characters down, because they might,
Yeah.
like I say, I'm not going to give everything away here. I'm not giving any spoilers, because they
Yeah.
might show up at some point later down the line.
Yeah.
So the right, the last three last three books of the Rift War saga cycle, I should say, because that's what the whole series of books is prior to the new series that he's brought out, which is like the Finian Saga. The last three books are A Kingdom Besieged, A Crown Imperiled, and Magician's End. Now, it's sort of like the the basic plot line of is yet another army of has come to Bohemia, and they are threatening the kingdom. Not only the kingdom, but the planet as well. And what is you thinking? Oh, another army. What you thinking? Hang on, there's something chasing that army. So they're trying to find a way to get away from what's chasing them. So they're trying to, but they come to leukemia, more precisely the kingdom. So hence the kingdom besieged, crowned in peril. So and yeah, I'm trying not. I'm trying. I'm trying not give too much away. Yeah, and obviously, and magician's end. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you've got to read it to actually understand the title.
Yeah.
But then a couple of years ago, he came out with a new. This is like the third book of the Five Main Saga, and well, put it this way, when I first started reading the Five Main Saga, I nearly threw the book out. Literally, nearly threw the book out. I was just, why did I just buy this book? But I persevered. I literally persevered with it. And I was saying, hang on, he's done this for. I've read his previous books. Give the guy a chance. He's come out with a new fucking series. At the time, I didn't think of, again, there was no connection to what happened in the Rift War cycle.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking, how the hell did this get past past the editors?
Yeah.
Or well, put this way, it's very descriptive, very descriptive. Not like what he's done with the Empire books or the Rift War saga, the Civil War saga. But he was like descriptive enough for me to actually say, "What the hell, Raymond? What you done? Why have you done this?" And shall we say, major um, warning here. There was certain things done to children that not SA or anything like that. And YouTube, so behave yourself. I'm being careful here. What I'm saying here, I'm thinking which words to choose here. There are certain things that an invading army do to kids, and it's not pleasant. So be very careful, because it does. Well, put this way, war is a nasty thing. War is a nasty thing, and yeah, there are certain things the army do to kids to get rid of them, shall we say? And like I said, be very careful. Be very careful, because yeah, it's not nice. So, like I said, but persevere with it. Skip over certain parts, like I said,
Yeah.
and sort of like it's sort of like get to understand. It sort of like gets explained in an easier way by other people who were there, in the characters who were there, who will get so making reference to. So, be like I said, be very careful of the first book, which is the King of Ashes. So yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then you got like yeah, it's then you got the Queen of Storms. What was it? Queen, yeah, Queen of Storms and Master of Furies, which is this one here, the third one.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this one here, this Master of Furies, links the Five Main Saga to the Rift War cycle,
Okay.
because he's expanded it. He's expanded the Rift War cycle even further now.
Oh boy.
He's
Yeah,
expanded it.
I have a lot more to go. I have a lot more to go.
Yeah, it's every 3, 5, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 21, 24, 20, 3, 5, 9, 12, 13, 16,
I'm getting scared every
19,
time you say all this.
21, 21, 24, 24, 27, 30. There's 33 books within 33 books, 33 books within the series. 33 books.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A lot more
33
to go.
books. Yeah. You're only on book 5.
I know. One at a time.
But yeah, but it's a damn good series. Proper full on dead good series. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait. Literally can't wait for you to start reading, like finish off the Empire books. Uh, go on to the Crondor books, which are basically set 10 years after Darkness of Sethamon. And then sort of like then with the Serpent War saga. No, yeah, no, not the Serpent Wars. Prince of the Blood, Prince of the Blood, which was set 20 years after the Darkness of Sethamon. 10 years after the Crondor books. And then it's about what then with like the Serpent War saga, which is set around about a year after the King's Buccaneer. That's when everything sort of like starts to fall
Yeah.
into place, if you know what I mean, with like the
Yeah.
storyline and the plot line and what with everything, what's sort of like thinking, oh right, okay, now I see what's really starting to happen, if you know what I mean. I know what's
Yeah.
yeah, you can say right, okay, I can see where he's going with this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it might sort of like waffle on a little bit, but it's like that waffle, that waffle, or should I say that sort of like certain convoluted way is getting to the point where, right, okay, it's sort of like setting subterfuge in there, and he's like
Yeah.
thinking, then you get to a certain point in like the certain war saga, he's just like thinking, oh, right, okay, this is what's going on. Right, okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
see it now. I can see where he's, I can, all those little lines,
Yeah.
connecting the dots and everything. You see, oh, right, okay, ah, ah, like where he's sort of like thinking, like he's taking down in one sort of like line. You see, oh no, wrong way, reverse, and you sort of like back up a bit, and you see, oh right, okay, there's the pathway he's taking us down, type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's the ride that he takes you on. Yeah.
yeah, oh god, yeah. So yeah, like I said, he's a brilliant writer. He's a brilliant writer. You just like thinking, where's he going to take us this time? type of thing. With every single book he brings out, he says, "Where's you going to take us this time?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, every book that I start reading, it's I have to mentally prepare myself because it's like, where are you gonna go? And you can't tell. You don't know. You can't tell. Like I said
Oh God, yeah,
before, like sometimes you start reading a book and you know where it's gonna go, and it's disappointing because you can see where it's going, and yeah,
yeah. You can
yeah,
some authors can telegraph the series and telegraph it, telegraph the plot line within the first chapter.
yeah,
And you say, thinking, "Oh right, okay, that's where it's going. Oh, that's what's going to end. That's how it's going to end. All within the first chapter." But
yeah,
with Feist, you're thinking he's got what about 5 or 6 plot lines there in 5 or 6 plot lines each. Just I think, which one is it? Type of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because all the different characters, like he'll start talking about one character, and then all of a sudden, here comes the other character, and yeah, and I love how he writes, how he does that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's this is one of the reasons why I like. I've been reading Feist for since 2001. With like the first because I picked up the Tears of the God, Tear of the Gods, uh, the Grundle book, Tear of the Gods. Read that and was thinking, hang on. I looked at the list of books there, and I was thinking, oh, there's 2 previous books to the Grundle. So I
yeah,
thought, oh, go down to my local bookstore and says, oh, have you got that? So I read them. I was thinking, oh, that makes more sense. But then I started to, then I was thinking, I might as well start at the beginning and start to read Magician. And I was
yeah,
like, which made a hell of a lot more sense. So I
yeah,
thought that, so that's when I started to read the rest of it,
yeah,
read the rest of them. So yeah. So that was my first journey, first sort of like delve into the world of Feist, which
yeah,
was like the front books. So
yeah,
yeah, it's like it's yeah, it's yeah, it's like that's the thing with like I said, it's just like he's a hell of a writer. You just never know where he's going to take you, what
yeah,
character's going to show, what is his. I sort of like know where it's going because when I picked up the King of Ashes, which is like the first book of the Fireman saga. I was like I've told the story before where I was talking to when I picked up the book from my local bookstore. I'll go talking to the guy behind the counter, and it was the
hmm,
magician that I picked up first, magician's end. Anyway, one of them, I said to him, I says, "Look, I'm glad that he's actually moved on." And then he started writing new series in the starting a new series and everything. But
hmm,
I said to the guy, I says, "Look, I wouldn't be surprised if he links it to the Riffle cycle. I wouldn't be surprised." And as I was reading, as I was sort of like reading through the Queen of Storms, and I was like thinking, hang on a minute, there's something very familiar about this, very familiar about this, and I was like thinking, hang on, I sort of like triggered that memory when I had that conversation with the guy in the bookstore, and I was like, it can't be. It can't. It can't. It can't be doing this. It can't be doing that. It can't be doing sort of like linking it to the roof stuff. But when I started to read this, and I was just like, he has linked it to the roof cycle. I was like, I was right. I predicted. I sort of like predicted that he did link it to the roof cycle, because
Yeah.
but as soon as he mentioned a certain character's traits, I was thinking, Feist, you're a bastard. You've managed to link a brand new saga to the riff cycle. I was like, I was like, I was like, but he did it in a way that you just don't realise.
Yeah.
But I won't say anything about what goes on within the books. You've got to read them. And it's just like thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, be very, very careful of the King of Ash.
Oh, sorry guys. Looks like we lost connection there. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share. It helps the channel. Just having a technical issue. Just give us a minute. Oh, and you're back.
But yeah, apologies for that. For some reason, my StreamYard decided to boot me off. For some
We're
reason.
coming up on 2 hours, so it's probably saying, "Yay, it's time to get off."
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, we're going to sort of like start wrapping things up anyway. So, um, any sort of like we'll call it there for now. So any final words before we sign off, Lisa?
Just everybody be kind to each other. Life is uncertain and you never know what it's going to bring. So just be kind to each other and yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like what Lisa said there, yeah, be kind, be nice, be respectful, and don't drink and drive. It's proper full on dick move. So yeah. So guys, we're gonna call it there, and don't forget, give the spunk the like, spunk the subscribe, share, comment, and all that good jazz. It does really help the channel out, and yeah,
And thanks for coming.
yeah. So until next time, guys. Catch you all later.